Hey YouTube, Dettron here with the second team that I'm going to be doing for a teardown. It is going to be a fantasy draft, and if you look at the top corner, it is Fred Cooper. Butch Cooper's brother is going to be the owner of the San Francisco 49ers. I'm doing a little shout out to him. That's his favorite team. He's getting a chance to own them, but here's what Fred decided to do. He went to all the other owners and says, guys, 49ers are trash. Absolute trash. What can I do about it? I'll give you my revenues for the first year if you let me do a fantasy draft. And all the owners said yes. So not only are we going to do a fantasy draft on this roster, which we'll get into in a second, but I'm going to go into owner, and I'm not going to take any finances for the first year until they move, because they are relocating. Second part, the draft. This is going to be a quick fantasy draft because I took the 54 positions I need to draft, put them in order. So I'm going to be taking 3 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, a fullback, 5 receivers, 3 tight ends, 3 left tackles, 2 left guards, 2 centers, 2 right guards, 2 right tackles, 2 left tackles, 4 defensive tackles, 3 right ends. Sorry, I said left tackles. I meant left ends there. 2 left outside linebackers, 2 middle linebackers, 2 right outside linebackers, 6 cornerbacks, 2 free safeties, 2 strong safeties, 2 kickers, and a punter. 54 positions. And I went to a random sequence organizer, 1 through 54, and I'm going to draft it that way. I'm going to take what I feel like is the best player for me in that position. And immediately after looking the sequence, we're in a problem already because the draft is about to start, and I'll show you guys what the problem is right away. We're going to pause the draft. There's no reason to accelerate it, but my selection, the first pick of the San Francisco 49ers fantasy draft reorganization with Fred Cooper as the owner, is a defensive tackle, and guess what? Ndamukong Suh, you're the guy. Ndamukong Suh, he's older, but that's my pick. Second round, guess what, guys? With the second pick in the draft, San Francisco has to choose another defensive tackle. And this would have been a dream sequence for me in any other scenario, but man, 2 defensive tackles early. I'm going to take DeForest Buckner, the young guy, at my defensive tackle position. And now we're in the third round, and I'm looking at position 6, which is halfback. I would never take a halfback this early in a fantasy draft, but you know what? Man, that's interesting. Le'Veon Bell is sitting right there, and he's a beast in this game. So is David Johnson, and I did turn off pre-existing injuries. So, but I've never liked having. Okay, I'm gonna take Le'Veon Bell. We're gonna take Le'Veon Bell. I feel like that's what my uncle would do in that scenario, is take the best running back. All right, so now we're back to 14. 14 is tight end. So the best tight end is Delanie Walker. I'm going to take him. We're going to be a little bit older than I want it to be, but that's fine. 29 is left end. I'm not going to post a sequence. You guys are just going to have to trust that this is what the sequence came down to. So Cameron Wake, Cameron Hayward. Let's start by age here real quick. Man, it's not looking great wow. It is not looking great at all. Ugh. Okay, so we're going to go back to overall. Okay, I guess we'll take Hayward here. I think he's younger than, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, Wake is 35. Oh yeah, Hayward's definitely younger. Yeah. Oh man, that's tough. I'm gonna take Wake because I think Wake's got. Nope, I'm gonna take Hayward. Hey, I'm gonna take Hayward. I'm taking Hayward. Okay. So from 29 we go to 12. 12 is a receiver. This could be interesting. This is early for me taking a receiver too. But there's already little thin pickings here. And I'm seeing this might trigger my dad, which would make my uncle happy, I think. So I'm going to take Sammy Watkins as my first receiver. He's 24 years old. There's still potential there. 48. Wow, 48's a free safety. I like that. We're going to have a decently strong defense, I think. Free safety. Man, the question, though, do I come down? I don't want to go down in the 70s already. And Eric Weddle's here with an 87. I can't pass on it. 87 superstar. He is 32, but it may give me some chance to transition some guys over. So from 48 we go to 35, which is right end. So we are really looking at a strong defensive team right here. At least the down line looks really good. So, oh man, how old is Coney Ely? He's only 25, and Atachu is 24. Normal development. Atachu's got 86 speed. I think that's the pick. I'm going to take Atachu. Our defensive line is sick. If we can get to the passer with just our down lineman, we'll be in good shape. So now we're at 17, and 17 takes us to left tackle. So we're finally going to pick someone to protect our running game here a little bit. And we have a lot of age up here, except for Jake Matthews. Young, but Borles is oh man. Okay. But I could get just stout in with 35-year-old, 35-year-old, 32-year-old. So Dwayne Brown's not that bad in that scenario. So I can go with a 20. I'm going to go with the 25-year-old Jake Matthews. I got to. He's gonna give us more years down the road. Okay, so from 17 we go to 25. 25 is right guard. And okay, Yanda is always is. I see Yanda traded for so much. In like quick rebuilds with RBT or Param Crow does them. I see Yanda go a lot, so that's not a bad move. So from 25 we go to 24, so we're taking another right guard, but that's fine because guard position offers out a scenario where we could move him to left, and it's a 27-year-old David DeCastro. That's 94 and a 94 at my guard positions if I need to do that. Next is 20, which is left guard. So now I can go youth here for improvement, or I can take my starter, and I might have some trade bait down the line. Joel is 25 and quick. He wouldn't have to start right away. He's probably he's got to be the pick here. 25-year-old, 84 overall. I gotta take it. So after 20 is 40, and at 40 is right outside linebacker. So we go to right outside linebacker here, and we are sitting pretty on defense thus far. What do you do here? I know Kiko Alonso's got some trade value. I could come down here a little bit. I don't want to come in the 70s already. That doesn't make sense. I guess 79 would be Kiko Alonso here. But you know what? James Harrison, he's old. He's really, 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 really old. But he's a starter guaranteed. He's a big hitter. If he retires, he comes off my books. We're going to take James Harrison at right outside linebacker. So that was 40. Now we're at 54. 54 is the punter. And this is where randomizing it hurts, because I'm taking a punter early. But punting, if I don't have a quarterback, which I don't have yet, punting could be important. I like King. He's got very strong kicking, but look at that 85 speed. If I fake it, King's gone. So we'll take the punter at 54. 45 is a corner. This is something interesting here, because corner is usually one of the first things I draft. These are all older gentlemen. playing the game right now. Trey Waynes, I like Trey Waynes. He's 25, 94 speed, 77 overall. It's not the best corner available, but it's the corner we got to take there. So let's see. Corner was 45. Now 4. 4, I believe, is a running back. So now we're going to have a dual threat system of running game. And wow. I know that I can get out of some of these contracts. I know, like, this is probably a 1 year for Jamal Charles. Jeremy Hill's is definitely on a 1 year deal. So if I don't use them, they're gone anyways, and I'm not going to go, I don't want to go too far down here. But this would also give me an opportunity to do beast mode. You know what? I'm going to take Adrian Peterson here. I've got my starter. He's established. But I can get Adrian Peterson some snaps, I think. So we're going to take Adrian Peterson. 37 is the next number on the order, and is left outside linebacker. So again, we're building a pretty stout defense. I don't want to go too far down. Kevin Dodd is there. I don't feel like Kevin Dodd's an actual left outside linebacker, though. I feel like Kevin Dodd would be more of a down lineman. Oh, this is tough. This might be something where I have to just go for youth. Let's check by age. McKinnon is 74 overall. That's not actually that bad. I'm going to go with McKinnon here. It's not the best outside linebacker. 85 speed, 74 overall, 20 years old. I got some time with that guy. So that's good. So from 37, we're going to go to 15, and 15 is a tight end. So we could pick up a decent... Oh, well, there's Lance Kendricks right at the top, and Luke Wilson's at the top as well. Now, Pitt is here. Now, Luke Wilson is fast, and if I'm going to have to have an outlet, I want that. Now, Wilson's also 27. Kendricks is 29. So I'm going to get 2 years by taking Wilson. So I'm going to do that.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
15. After 15 is 46. 46 is another corner. And if you guys want, you can go with the base numbers I gave you at the beginning and check my stuff to make sure I'm being honest about it. I'm going to take Darrelle Revis because I do need to assure that I have higher overall players too, because he'll digress. Obviously, he's going to get worse, but I could use the players at the beginning. After 46 is 47, which is my last corner on the base number. So this is where you probably go youth, because I know that I've got Darrelle Revis on the roster. I need to go. I'm going to do it by age again and look at some of the young corners that are in the league. Sidney Jones is interesting. Eli Apple, interesting. But there's the man. Rookie, a woozy, man-to-man, 6'1", already a 76. He's normal progression, but that's fine. He's a third corner at this point. Next pick is 51, which is a strong safety. This is super late for strong safety. This could be a very weak spot for us. Man, not a huge fan of this list as is. You would think you just take the best player available, but can we get young and available? Man, no. It's the youth of this position is, you got to spend the time on them. So we're going to go back to overall, and we are going to, is it Patrick Chung? He's 30. Mike Adams is 36. We can't, we're just going to be super old on the back end, it looks. David Burton is 30. Andrew, he's 29. Quentin Debs, 32. Okay, so we're... Man. Mike Adams is the best player available. Chung's speed is listed as one of his top 3. What about Travis Wilson? Go. We're going to take 27, Travis Wilson. All right. So where were we? We were strong safety. 51 was strong safety. So we're at 26 now, which is another right tackle, or a right tackle. At right tackle. Oh, I feel this is kind of interesting because we can get an 82 overall, we can get 83 overall, or we can get Ja Reed, who I believe is in a contract year at 29. I mean, we could drop down here. Let's check the age thing. I always check age because there's sometimes where the best available player, like this scenario, 74 for a very young player, or I take the overall. I'm going to take the overall, and I'm going to take Zach Strife at 33. That's tough. I might be looking for his replacement quickly. So let's see. The right tackle was our next pick at 26. 34 is next, and 34 is right end. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, we already have a right end. But this is where we could go youth. We can. Oh well, Randy Gregory is already right there, and he's 24. He's slow though. Oh, Gregory, that's not good. All right, so we'll check the speed. Taco, we're gonna take Taco. 22 years old. He's a backup at this point for us, but 49 is free safety. He's a backup, but he's got a chance to play. A free safety here. What did I do before? Let's check drafted. Okay, I went with overall, so now I want to go youth. And Buda Baker's there, so is Jabril Peppers. And if you guys are watching my other series, you know that I put Jabril Peppers and I took him and made him a cornerback. But I'm going to take Buda Baker here. Buda Baker, normal, 91 speed. He's a backup at this point. That's fine. Year 1, he doesn't have to play right away. 41 is a right outside linebacker. And I think right outside linebacker is the same thing as free safety. I took an older gentleman first, and I'm going to go for his backup second. And Jalen Reeves-Maben is interesting, but he's a 69 overall. That hurts a lot. Okay, so we're going to go back to overalls, and we're just going to check. D. Ford is relatively young. Lillard is relatively young. Ray Armstrong is relatively young. I think that's the play. I think Ray is the play here. Because he's 26. Okay, so 26-year-old or a 24-year-old. I'm going to take March Lillard here. So from 41 we go to 8. And 8 brings us all the way back up to fullback. So we still haven't drafted a quarterback at all, but we're about to get our premier fullback. So Sherman, you know what? I very rarely use a fullback, and I don't want to have to ever use a draft pick on him, so I'm going to go get the youngest. So I'm going to get Freddie Stevens, and he's going to be, he's under contract, I believe, for a couple of years. So after 8, we're at 38 now. 38 is a middle linebacker, and wow, how far did we let this position fall? Well, the random let it fall this far. Oh, we'll check age. I doubt that we're going to get a huge jump here. Yeah, we're gonna have to take Ben Boulware. He will be there though later. So we're gonna go with the best available. Let's see, tackling 89, hip power. Justin Durant's got speed listed as one of his best, but I'm gonna take Carlos Dansby. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Why would I do that? I'm going to take Joel Jackson. And we're going to be happy with that. So middle linebacker, 38. Next, 22 is a center. We might... I was excited about our defense. Now I'm kind of worried about our defense. And now I'm extremely worried about our offense because we don't have a center yet. 75 isn't bad. And he's young. But there's a 73 Hunt here. I think I'm going to hold off on getting youth at that position right now. I'm going to take Nick Mangold for 33-year-old, 82 overall. Hopefully we can win this year. So at 22, next is 32, which is another defensive tackle. So at least we had a gap between our two studs and our third defensive tackle, which is nice. We are not really old, not really young at defensive tackle, with Sue going as our 1, but then we took Buckner as our 2. So we don't necessarily have to go for youth here. And actually, we're going to go in the complete opposite direction, and I think we're going to take Babineau, who is 35. But he's a good defensive tackle. After 32 is 10, which is a receiver spot. So we're going to be able to get a receiver. We'll check what we've done for receiver thus far, which I think is Sammy Watkins. Okay. 70s already. I think, given that we haven't drafted a quarterback, we're going to have to do a little bit of an exploit here, and we're going to have to go for speed. And Philip Dorsett is a 74 overall with 96 speed. We're going to take him. And hopefully we can just drop a ball over the top. After 10 is 16, which is another tight end. We took Luke Wilson at our... and Delaney Walker. So we are stout at tight end. We might have to do a bunch of double tight end sets. And what do we do here? Do we need youth? Do we take youth? Let's look at what youth brings us here. Bucky Hodges. If you guys are watching my other series, Bucky Hodges is a free agent rookie tight end. But you know what? Jake Butt. The guy's last name's Butt. He goes to Michigan. That's the pick. He's our third tight end. He might line up as our fullback in our shotgun formations. I like to run the run and gun. Our next pick is 13, which is another receiver. And again, D.D. Westbrook is only 23, 74 overall, 93 speed. That's kind of like all the things we want to hit all at once. Let's just walk down the list here a little bit. Juju Schuster is only 88 speed, though. And I know, he's young, but I'm going to... Man, let's go to the exploit and check the speed. Now, I can get 99 speed J.J. Nelson still. Or 96 speed J.J. Nelson. And I'm going to do that. That's 3 receivers. I don't have a quarterback yet, guys. This is scary. The next pick, you're hoping for the Q word to come up? Nope. The next pick is 39, and that is my second middle linebacker. And we're going to do the same thing we've done with all the other positions. I took an elder man, and now I'm going to go with age and look for his maybe replacement or backup. Correa, that might be interesting. 22 years old. We might have to. He might be the pick. He is the pick. I'm not going to try to go with the same guys I would go with in my other franchise. I want you guys to see different players. So we're going to go with Correa. Next is 11, which is another receiver spot. And wow, we are still looking down the barrel of not having a quarterback on this roster. Wow. So I'm going to go back to the exploit. Grant's the fastest, but there's no way I'm taking a 60 overall right now. Aldrich Robinson is 92 speed, so I'm drastically dropping off on speed as I get better players. Wow. Okay, so this is going to have to be a position or a possession receiver. I can't drop that far. Okay, so How about we go with the best catch rating then? That is Andrew Hawkins, who is a 90 speed. He's only 5'7". Jalen Strong, you know what? Or Trent Taylor. I did just watch a video with Trent Taylor where, who was it? Was it Bengal? Or was it our RBT? Was upset that they lost him because he was pretty good at catching. 90 or 86 speed, though. There's no way I can do that. I'm going to take Jalen Strong. 6'2", 23 years old, 91 speed, 86 catching. I don't know. There's something lacking there, obviously. Next, 21, left guard. We're going to look at the left guard position as what we drafted. We drafted youth and overall, so his backup doesn't have to be young. And since his backup doesn't have to be young, we could just basically take best available. But we also want to look at, let's see, what's Alex Boone? He's only 30, so we're going to take Alex Boone. He's already the backup, so that doesn't matter. After 21 is 52. 52 is our kicker, is one of our kickers. So why did I put 2 kickers on it? I was kind of waiting for this to happen before I addressed why I would put 2 kickers on. I put 2 kickers on because one guy is going to be our kickoff specialist, and one of our other guy is going to be our kicker. And we're going to make Prater our kicker. He's going to kick field goals. And our other one will be probably our just kickoff specialist kicker. So now we're at 7. 7 is another halfback. So we're going to look at our halfback situation. Le'Veon Bell, Adrian Peterson. I don't need a third running back that's like super talented right off the bat. I could use some youth or some speed. I already have Muhammad. Muhammad's on my other franchise. You guys can check that out. That will be played Friday next week. But Corey Grant has got some burning speed. I do need a kickoff returner. So Corey Grant, boom, there you are. You are now our kickoff specialist. At 23 is our next pick, which I believe is going to be our backup center here, guys. So we go to our center. We're going to take a look. What do we have? What have we drafted? We drafted best available aged. So now we need to find a young. Oh, look at that. 75 overall. 22-year-old. There's our center of the future drafted. Next is 3, and guess what, guys? 3 is our first quarterback that we get to look at. Wow. Chet Kelly's interesting. Rookie quarterback. He's kind of fast. Wow, he might be the pick here. Jeez Louise. You know what? I don't normally like just starting a rookie, but wow, you know what? It's another. Oh, he's slow development too. He's got crap. You know what? It doesn't matter. Chad Kelly's the pick. My dad, I don't know how he feels about that pick, but I know my uncle would think that that's kind of ridiculous. But all right, 18 brings us to another left tackle selection. This is going to help us because with 3 left tackles picked, we're going to be able to have a guy that can move around a little bit. And Eric Flowers, 23 years old, slow development. What do I got at left tackle? I got Jake Matthews, so I've only got 1 left tackle drafted thus far. So I'm going to take Brandon Albert because he is 32, but he's only 32. He's 77 overall, normal development. He's going to be able to play any position on the offensive line. And we could use it down the road if we have some injuries. We're at 43 now. 43 brings us back to a corner. I want to make sure I don't lose 43. Where'd it go? 43. Sorry. Okay. So 43 brings us to another corner. And we're going to look at the position again. We've drafted 1 elder statesman and 2 relatively young corners. So we can draft best available here. And one of the things that jumps out when I look at best available is speed. I'm going to look at speed here and see how much. Oh, wow. We drop off quite a bit at the position once we look at speed. Okay, so best overall it is. Leon Hall, Antonio Cromartie. I'm going to take... I'm going to take Cromartie here. Am I? Yeah. I'm going to take Cromartie here. He's 33. I hate taking old corners because there you go. D. Miller, 72 overall. He's going to be the fourth corner, so we'll take D. Miller. He's young. He's got an option for us to keep or move him. Next pick is 19, which is another left tackle. Now I can say what I was going to say before. Taking 3 left tackles, this is the most important lineman normally. I hear center's important this year, but what you do is you have 3 of these guys, and if they can play left tackle, they can play any other line position. So right now we could go youth, we could go experience and take the better overall, or we can come down the youth line and look for interesting pickups here. Nah, I'm not really seeing it from just the youth look. So I'm going to go to run block. That's not good. I'm going to go to pass block. And Khalif Barnes, who is in his 30s, he's an elder statesman, but
the 49ers are now
he's our third left tackle. He could play any one of the positions as a backup. He'll help us out. The next number is 9, which is a receiver. We went with the exploit of just go get some speed after having to take Sammy Watkins early. We have all the speed in the world. I think we can just take a good receiver here. So, you know what? Trent Taylor is still there. And this was the guy I was talking about as, I think it was RBTs, picked him up, wanted him to be the star, and then lost him from the practice squad. So we're going to take Trent Taylor and hopefully keep him. He's 23 years old. That's not bad. So now,
the 49ers are now
let's see.
On the clock.
Where are we here? 10, right? We went 30. No, we are farther down this list. I got to find myself here. Oh, no. This is a problem. I knew this was going to be a problem. 9. Okay, so after 19, was 9. Then 28. 28 is left end. Take a look at the position. And again, this will just be the fantasy draft for today, guys. You guys can catch this next week. So we took a young, good left end. So we can just take backup. And you know what? I've wanted to have Chris Long on my roster since he came in the league, and I've never done it. So I'm going to do it now. He's 32. He's going to give me a year of a solid backup. I'll take it. All right, so after left end is 36, which is going to be left outside linebacker. And at this point in the draft, we're just going to look at who we took. We took a young guy, available. We're not really getting an upgrade by taking Lasana. We're not going to take him. There's a steady drop off after that, though, so we need to take. We have to be smart here, and this is actually another position where we could go draft speed, and we're not going to lose much if we take DeMonchi. So that's what we're gonna do. 70 overall, 87 speed, 6'1", 244 is not bad, and he's only 26. He's going to help us. After that is 2, and guess what? 2 is our next quarterback. So is Chad Kelly starting? It looks like Chad Kelly's going to start, 70 overall. His only competition would be Tavares Jackson at this point. And as a backup quarterback, with quarterbacks, the way they get hurt, you want to get a guy that can handle some passing if need be. I saw Joe Webb, and I've seen Param Crow have to play Joe Webb recently, and he did well. I have Joe Webb on my personal franchise, and he's played well, and he's a back. I believe he's one. No, he's not one of the backups in my other. So I'm going to take Joe because I know he can do it, and he's old.
Are now on the clock.
So if he doesn't work out, he will be gone shortly. 42 is our next number, guys, and that is our corner. And I believe this is either our 5th or 6th corner, which would mean that they are coming up on the end. This will be our 5th, so we'll have one more after this. So I can go any direction I want here. Look at my corners. I could take another youthful, good corner. I could take an aging corner to play, or I could just go youth overall. I'm going to go youth here. I'm going to go look at age and look at youth, and boom, boom. Look at this. Sanchez is a undrafted free agent in just for regular franchises. You guys should look at him. But look at this. 96 speed. Yeah. You blitzing your nickel corner or whatever, that's the option right there, guys. So 44 is our next one, and that'll be our last corner. And with the last corner, you can do it. I can do anything. There's just no 71 overall, 26-year-old Philip Gaines is an option coming down here. All the young rookies that are going to be that are starting are gone. So you're looking for scraps here at this point. I think Gaines is the option. 71 overall, 93 speed, 26 years old. Boom, on the roster.
49ers are now on the clock.
So we're coming to the end here. We're at 27, which is a right tackle. The video is going to end when we're done with the fantasy draft. You guys, like I said, can catch it the next time it plays, which will be next Monday. All right, so we took the best overall who's elderly here. We need a youthful backup. 70 overall Will Holden might be the option. And looking at it, I don't want to, 71, 24-year-old Jake Fisher, boom, you're on. You're on, Jake. Here we go. Next, 53. 53 is our second kicker. This is going to be the guy that's going to do kickoff specialties because I don't want to waste any positions, and I'm going to go for kick power because I obviously don't want them to be able to return the kicks. And wow, am I really going to take Sebastian Janikowski? No, I'm not. I'm going to take Zane Gonzalez because he's going to be a dual fill here. Zane Gonzalez is 22 years old. He's also got 96 kick power. So he's going to do kickoff specialist, and being that I took an older Matt Prater as my first kicker, he could be the kicker of the future.
49ers are now on the clock.
After 53, we're looking at 5, which should be another running back. Yep. Running back is on the board. So we'll look at the position. I have 2 really good starters. I have a kickoff specialist. I shouldn't need a third running back for to shore up the position, so I could take anything right here. So what do? I think we go youth. Why not? You know what? And no, we don't even need to necessarily go youth. We should go with what our offense has to look like because of our quarterback situation. Speed. 94, or I could take Muhammad, who's always there. He's also a free agent. He's a rookie. You know what? No. You know what we're going to do here? We're going to look for the best receiving back. Maybe this will be our third down back, is what we're looking for here. Procise, one cut guy. The best catching guy available, 23 years old. Jump on the roster. You'll be a third down back. I'm gonna go super deep with this team. Super deep as far as moving players around. All right, we're 3 picks left. We're at number 30. 30 is our 4th defensive tackle. Our 4th defensive tackle. And we'll look at the team. We have 1 guy that's young, and we have 2 relatively old gentlemen. So we are going youth here. And there's a 73 overall, which is interesting. 71. No names that are really jumping off the board for me here, so I'm going to take the 73 overall, 23-year-old defensive tackle here, Fillion, which is good. I mean, we have 2 youth and we have 2 Eldon guys. Babineau is likely to leave, after year one. Our second to last pick of the fantasy draft is our third quarterback. So what do we take here? We got speed. The most accurate short passer maybe is Brad Gradkowski. That might actually be a solid pick, because that might be a solid pick. Wow. He might see playing time because he automatically becomes the backup quarterback. Joe Webb is relegated to third string, and 77 speed, that fits my offense pretty well, actually. And the last pick is 50.
The 49ers
50 is our backup strong safety, guys. We'll after the draft, we'll go take a look at the roster real quick. We'll move some guys around, but see, what did we draft originally? Tavon Wilson, because I wasn't thrilled. 27 years old he's not going to be a stick around guy. He's not really that old either. We'll take a look at age. Taco's the best player for a little bit. And then Curse. I think this is just, we got to take the overall here. The overall is probably, oh man, you know what? No. This is what we need. Speed. That's not even that great either. Man. This is our best option. Jack Tocho. 88 speed, 6 foot tall. Man, okay, I'll take him. That should be the last pick of the draft. We'll take a look real quick at our team. We'll end the video. You guys will see. We'll sim the preseason too, so that we can assure, and we'll set up the relocation. We're not going to relocate on this stream, but we can, at least, we're moving. We're going somewhere. Where are we going? I don't know. We'll set up our scheme. And obviously we're going to run and gun because it's the best playbook. It is by far the best playbook. And then things to do, we'll advance to the regular season, see who got hurt, make the adjustments to the roster, and then we're going to end the stream. Super excited about this roster, guys. We started off super strong with 2 defensive tackles, the first 2 picks of the draft. Then we drafted our halfback, who turned out to be Le'Veon Bell. We could do a lot of damage in the run game if our offensive line can hold up. We drafted a tight end. After that, Delaney Walker. And then went back to defense for a couple picks. Our starting quarterback on this roster right now, unless he got hurt in the preseason, is Chad Kelly. I did turn off pre-existing injuries, so everyone in the league has a chance to play. Your people who are Ryan Tannehill fans, or J.J. Watt got hurt recently, they're there. So Chad Kelly is there. He is starting. You're looking at Le'Veon Bell, backed up by Adrian Peterson, Procise, and Grant. We're going to switch Grant to be our kick returner. We got Sammy Watkins on the outside with Philip Dorsett and Nelson. This is going to be a spread offense. Even with our tight end, Delaney Walker, he's fast for a tight end. Our offensive line, this is not a scrub offensive line, guys. We could run the middle. We could run the edges. We're in good shape. Defensively, I was happy at the beginning of our draft because look at that center of the defensive line. Sue and Buckner, 96 and a 90, but we're going to get passed on. They're going to throw the ball on us if we don't get there quick. So it's a good thing our edge rushers are decent. Our linebacking core is old, outside of McMillan, who's super young. Our starters are old. Our safeties, I'm not too happy about it. I am happy about Budda Baker as a backup for the free safety position. I like our corners as far as our youth lean. Revis is the only guy that's really going to walk for age on here. Special teams, we did help ourselves out because our kickoff specialist is going to be Zane Gonzalez, because I want to get him some kicks. but he's also going to provide us a chance to maybe walk away from Prater after year 1. Our punter, we went and got the GOAT right now, King, and we're going to switch this so that... I can't do that here, can I? I can't. I'm going to have to do that in actual depth charts. Our third down back, we're going to make AP our third down back. No, we're not. We're going to make Procise our third down back because he's going to catch the ball. We're going to use AP as the backup to that. And we'll go into our depth chart real quick. Switch our kickoff returns because we want to get... got Corey Grant to do that. So Corey Grant's going to be here. And I think one of our corners, Myrick is super fast too. We can probably afford to put Nelson in there. Philip Dorsett. We should never get to our 5th spot, so I'm not worried about switching that out. And then same thing again here. Grant, that's why he's on the roster, is he's super fast. And then we're going to move Myrick up. And right now, guys, that is what our team looks like. If you like what you saw in the fantasy draft, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any trade suggestions, let me know in the comments below. You can also find me on Twitter at AwkwardRunner, OCKWARD, or on Facebook as that John Christopher. And until next time, guys, later.